Hello and welcome back to the channel. Well, Oneal was found guilty and is facing the death penalty. He's the man who killed his girlfriend and his daughter. His daughter was killed with an axe. It was stated that he used the axe to split her head and across her back. The son was also attacked, but he survived the attack. The young man had to actually face his attacker / dad in court because the man decided to represent himself. And so I thought it was I'm not sure I like that. I don't think I like that the boy had to be cross-examined by the man who tried to kill him, who killed his mom, and who killed his sister. That just didn't sit well with me. The young man is traumatized. Many of us are traumatized just hearing the details of this case. One thing, let me tell y'all something. One thing that people need to understand, and I know that there are those who just don't believe in nothing but what's going on in their own heads, okay? Some people say, well, no, the man was just crazy. This is why he did this, right? So what is the difference in you saying that he was crazy and other people saying that he had demons? What's the difference? Crazy, demons, same result. For this person to take the life of the mother of his children and try to take the children out as well. He took the daughter out. He killed her. And he tried to kill the son, but the son survived. So I'm trying to figure out what would possess someone to do something like this other than demonic forces. A demonic infiltration of his mind, body, and soul. Because what he did was just so heinous, y'all. Now, he is facing the death penalty. But the sad reality is so many others in this world have the same demonic forces working in them. And folk just don't want to believe it. They don't want to accept it. They don't want to understand it. They just want to stick with crazy or lunatic or anything but demonic forces. Because they don't want to believe in anything outside of this realm that we all live in. This is why people got to be careful. Everybody, men and women, but especially women, because the sad thing and the tripped out thing about this whole story is he told the court that they tried to kill him. So we're talking about his girlfriend, okay, which is a woman, and 2 kids, 2 small kids. You got to be out of your mind to think that a court would accept that as your reason for killing a woman, 1 child, and attempting to kill a 2nd child. You got to be out of your mind to actually believe that a court or anyone would accept that as a defense. Well, I mean, what did you expect going in there? That they were going to say, oh, we've weighed the evidence, and based on what he said, it looks like the children did try to do this, that, or the other to him, and the mother tried to help. I mean, what did you expect? Only a person who is out of their minds, possessed with demons, crazy, lunatic, whatever you want to call them. But I say it's demonic possession. Only a person who is possessed with demons would actually believe their own story and try to fix their lips to say that they did this in self-defense. He had enough scruples in his mind, for those of you who think he's just crazy or whatever. He had enough scruples to try to come up with a defense to free himself, to try to convince someone that it was self-defense. what I want to say here is that we are living in some very strange times. And folk can stay asleep if they want to. You can pretend like these are just chance happenings, but there are some serious spiritual activities going on this planet. Demonic spiritual activities. The devil is very busy. This is why we have been instructed to put on the whole armor of the Most High Yah, that we may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Because we're not just talking about domestic situations anymore. I recently shared a story with you where a clerk, a cashier at a grocery store, merely told a young man to put his mask on as per the policy of the store that she was working in. He goes out to his vehicle, gets a gun, comes back, beats her, and then kills her. And tried to kill a cop as well. And the fact that there were even one person in my comment section saying that she should have minded her own business. That's another person who got some serious problems. Why are you even talking about this when we just talking about a man who shot and killed a woman for asking him to wear a mask? And your defense is she should have minded her own business. You're sick too. Anyone who would say something like that is very, very sick. And when I say sick, you got some spiritual problems and possibly some natural problems too. Because that should never be used as a defense when someone blows away an innocent woman who's at her job. She's been there 15 years working. So this wasn't a domestic situation. This wasn't a boyfriend, girlfriend, husband and wife situation. These were two people who didn't know each other or didn't know each other well enough to have any type of altercation like that. For him to kill this woman, I would be surprised if there was any type of connection with them at all. But so far, they haven't said that there was any type of connection between the two, other than he was a customer and she was a grocery store clerk. Not that that would validate anything that he did. But I'm trying to make a point here that it's not just domestic situations that you have to be concerned with. This was a woman on her job, faced by someone else who had demons. Just so you know, too, it doesn't matter if you believe something or not. Whether we believe something or not doesn't make it go away. You can say, I don't believe, but it is what it is. Scripture talks about how perilous times shall come, and they are here. There are so many things happening in the world today that we must be aware of. We must be aware. We must act accordingly. Right now, there is so much information flying about this, that, and the other. People are worried about whether or not they're going to get sick from some disease or whatever. They're worried about whether or not they're going to have a meal from one day to the next. But then you also have to worry about, okay, when I go out here into the world, what am I going to run up on? Who am I going to encounter that might be sitting up with some demons all up in them, ready to do something? You don't live in fear, but you keep your head on a swivel. Don't live in fear, but do what you have to fortify your life as best as you can from a legal standpoint. Anyway, I wanted to give this Oneal update. It's very sickening what this man did. Again, this was definitely one of those I had a hard time with, because this man, he used an axe on his baby girl. You got to be out of your mind to do something like that. Crazed with demons. Anyway, I'm done with this story. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, share and like this video, and with that, I'm out.